Tell me about the Hyundai ad that will air not during the game, but immediately after.
That is interesting. That's true. That's one of the, as you know, Chris, nowadays it's all about grabbing eyeballs. There's so many commercials, and these companies are using unique stunts and gimmicks and special effects and so on and technology to garner attention. So what Hyundai is doing this time is they're teaming with director Peter Berg of Deepwater Horizon, Lone Survivor fame, to actually film an entire 90-second commercial while the Super Bowl is underway. So the filming will begin at the start of the game, and they will do the entire shoot, edit, finish, and air the ad right after the end of the game. And apparently that's what's planned. And the entire process will be done within the 3 hours while the game's in progress, and the footage will be collected during the game. And apparently the content will include, so they have some teasers out there. That's part of the technique, and the gambit is to have teasers leading up to the actual game and create the buzz. The content will include what they're calling off-the-field moments captured during the game. And they've got teasers by no less celebrities than Joe Montana and, I want to say, Mike Singletary, that are actually talking about this ad and creating the hype leading up to the anticipation of what this real live ad will be that will be shown right after the game.
Interesting. We don't have the Doritos spots over the years have always been so much fun. They've been entertaining, but we don't have that this year. Is Frito-Lay staying on the sidelines?
Yes, they are. In fact, I will miss them immensely. You're right. I mean, most of us have been looking forward to the Frito-Lay's offerings for the last 10 years. They started in, I want to say, 2006, and they were there for 10 years nonstop, doing really well with the crowdsourced, consumer-generated ads. And this time, they've decided, they say they've decided to go a different way. They say that it doesn't suit their marketing needs at this time, so they're going to be on the sidelines. But if I might add, they are doing something interesting, even though they're on the sidelines and they're not, anteing up the high price of a Super Bowl commercial, which this year is $5 million for 30 seconds. What they're doing is they've got this Tostitos bag, which they're calling, I don't know if you've heard of these party-safe bags with alcohol sensors, where during the game, people would open these bags and you turn them on. They've got these alcohol sensors, and they're calling them party-safe bags because you blow on them after the game or during the game as you're ready to go home. And if it turns red, it tells you that you need to get an Uber, and you actually get an Uber code as well from the bag. So they're engaging in a creative, interactive, and different way in creating buzz during the Super Bowl by doing something different this time, but very creative.
That's fascinating. I'm always curious to know, is there any ad we have not talked about that you personally are looking forward to seeing on the game?
I am looking forward to seeing, of the ones that are out there, Chris, which is about, I think I've looked at about 25 or 30 of them, which is about half of the entire lineup of Super Bowl ads. But of the 25 to 30 that have been released so far, I'm looking forward to the Kia ad, which will be starring Melissa McCarthy. That should be hilarious with her usual slapstick comedy or type of humor. She's attempting to save a whale, a falling tree, a charging rhinoceros with hilarious consequences, and you'll see how it ends with the Kia Niro. The other one I think that's going to catch a lot of people's attention is Mr. Clean. First-time advertiser, Procter & Gamble's Mr. Clean. Trust me, Chris, you've never seen Mr. Clean like this. This commercial makes Mr. Clean look like he stepped out of, 50 Shades of Grey or something like that. So that should be very interesting. And I guess the third one I would mention is Buick. You're going to see Buick trying to break the stereotype that what they call misperception that Buicks are outdated by using Cam Newton and Miranda Kerr. That should be really good. And I guess I can mention Squarespace, which is starring John Malkovich. I think that should be really interesting. That looks like it's going to be an attention grabber. John Malkovich is always good, and he does a great job in this commercial. I guess those are the teasers that I can put out there for your viewers.
As always, you have us ready for the game.
That's my goal, and I'm telling you, I'll be getting ready all the way up to Sunday. And this time, what I'm really waiting for, Chris, is what happens after Sunday, just as much as I'm looking forward to the Sunday itself.
Let me ask you real quickly before I let you go. I know we have members of the cast of Hamilton singing America the Beautiful, and we have Lady Gaga doing the halftime entertainment. Do you think the NFL is nervous of any social remarks or statements that might be slipped in during those performances?
Saying that they are nervous is putting it extremely mildly, in my opinion. Both Fox and the NFL are absolutely treading on thin ice, and they're on tenterhooks. There's stories out there, unsubstantiated, because Fox denies this, but there are some reports that Fox has actually made clear or has made not only requests, but very clearly said that Lady Gaga should not mention Trump or anything about Trump in any way during a performance, and the same to the cast of Hamilton after what happened during their showing with the vice president, and that's what you're referring to. So yes, and Fox says no, we have not. But it's for you and me to guess what actually has happened. But clearly, there is a lot of concern. But then nowadays we also have the delay button during the halftime, ever since the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake incident in 2004, as you know. So that makes it a little safer for them, I suppose.